What's going on, you guys? We are back with another Dragon Ball Daima episode review. It's your boy Kaiza-Sama, and in today's video, we are basically just picking up right where we left off with last week's episode. So if you guys are new here, drop that like, sub, and make sure you turn on those post notifications so you know whenever I drop a new video. Now, we're not going to waste any time. We're just going to hop right into it. Again, I do apologize for the late upload. This past weekend, I don't know what was going on. I had a lot of connection issues as far as like actually being able to watch the episode. So once I actually, had the chance to sit down, watch it, take in what happened, now we're here. So like I said, basically picking up from last week's episode, Goku and the gang, they are now officially in Demon World 1, and they are running from the Genamarie Forest. Now, the thing is that they are running from Goma's fleet, and we also see, some particular scenes in which Vegeta gets shocked, and he actually, swallows his pride, and he takes one of the what's it called, the meta bugs that Goku carries in his pouch. So once we see Vegeta actually gets humbled a little bit, he takes one of the meta bugs, and we see, they're basically trying to regroup, and we end up seeing how Goma is, sitting there watching everything play out with Degetsu. They're sitting there, watching everything. But in particular, what catches their eye and what catches their attention mainly is the eye on Hybis's belt. Now, the eye on Hybis's belt is very funny because this whole time, of course, the last couple episodes in which we saw him, I noticed it, and, a lot of leaks were going around about it. But this whole time when he showed up earlier, way back in like earlier episodes, this man had it on his belt. It was sitting right there in front of our faces this whole time. That's crazy to me. That is absolutely insane, because I really thought it was going to look more demonic. I thought it was going to have, some just elaborate look to the eye, but it's literally just an eye with a red pupil. So the thing with his eye is that it grants immense power. Now, a lot of people probably questioning why didn't it do anything with Hybis. It's pretty simple, probably because Hybis just didn't know what it was, so he never made like skin contact as far as like putting it like on his face to actually absorb the power of the eye. So I feel like that's the main reason why Hybis has never just really just, gained any type of special feed or really found out about this eye, because he never really looked into it. He just saw it as like a souvenir that he found in like the forest and everything. And we're going to get into that too. But we basically find out the other name for it is the Tartarian Oculus. Now, what this basically is an evil eye that is, is chock block full of just demonic power that, allows the user to surpass a lot of, your normal demons that you would encounter within the demon realms. Now, does it really make you more powerful than like the Supreme Kais and all that? I think that it possibly does, because we see that the Supreme Demon Kings have been the ones passing down this third eye, and whoever has it during their reign, like I was just saying, gains this immense, incredible power to the point where their power is almost unmatched. It basically is really one of the few things within Dragon Ball, because for the most part in Dragon Ball, you see characters, get a power up or a boost once they actually like lose something, once they actually drop something off of them, once they, don't need, like Broly, for example, in Super Broly, when he had that electric collar finally taken off of him, he was finally able to go into his full power and unleash his full potential. That is basically, kind of like a reversal situation here. as to where this evil eye actually grants you a huge power boost, unlike what I was just talking about. So that is one of the few things that does make this a little bit different than what we usually, are used to seeing in Dragon Ball. Now, the previous Supreme Demon Kings have had this eye and passed it down, like I said, and it possesses a lot of magical power. And basically, when the great power became necessary by wearing the third eye, it initially, imbued that unbelievable power within the demon, and became just unworldly, just powerful, aside from any other demon beings, probably from even, like I was just saying, Supreme Kais and stuff like that. But there came a point where the third eye was stolen from Supreme Demon King Abura. Now, who stole it? Good question. There was a demon that Dabura, he hired this, kind of like lower class demon to basically go into the kingdom of Abura. He gave him the key to get the eye. So he steals the eye from Supreme Demon King Abura, and he tells this this lower class demon to meet him back in the third demon realm, and he'll meet up with him afterwards. But we see that once he gets there, there's another demon that kind of like sneaks up on him or ambushes him, and he basically like kills him, but he doesn't kill him and take the eye. I don't really think the other demon even noticed the third eye, dropping on the ground and everything. I'm pretty sure it was more of like a territory thing. He popped up, the demon was already there, and he killed the demon that had the third eye. So the third eye became lost. It dropped down in the forest, and then bam, Hybis just happens to find it one day. So that's literally how we get to where we are now. The Supreme Demon King Abura had it stolen from him by a minuscule demon that was hired by Dabura. And once, that was actually done, Dabura basically took Supreme, his father's reign over the mantle. But since he didn't have the third eye, it really didn't mean anything power-wise. You know what I mean? Yeah, he may have been kind of like, trying to make people, or force demons to be scared of him, trying to, act like he's this force, but he's really not, because we end up seeing Majin Buu just turn him into candy and just eat him like it wasn't nothing. So it's crazy how that all really plays out once we get through, the whole time frame. Now, like I was just saying, we see Hybis, he has the third demon eye within his belt. Now, one thing that really throws me off center is how this man really like runs into this demon that looks very, very, very close to Toa. Now, if you watch, Super Dragon Ball Heroes, then you know who Toa is. You got the card game, whatever. A lot of people, a lot of true DB fans know who Toa is. Now, this demon looks very similar to Toa, and she's wearing this weird, funky hat. She approaches Hybis. Now, I'm not sure if she knows what this eye is, but it seems as if she does know what this eye is. And we don't know if Dr. Arensu may have hired this girl. You know what I mean? But how would Dr. Arensu know that Hybis has the belt? So this basically stands out as like another demon that's possibly after this third eye, and could possibly be another antagonist within the future episodes. But Hybis, long story short, he trades his belt for this funky hat that this girl is wearing, and she's kind of offended because she tells Hybis, well, I'll give you a kiss if you give me the belt. And Hybis is like, well, really, I don't even want the kiss. I really just want your hat. And she's kind of like insulted by the fact that Hybis, wanted the hat over a kiss, but it is what it is. Now, of course, Hybis doesn't know what he just handed over for this dumb deal. I'm sure within the future episodes, he's going to look back and realize, oh, Yeah, I did trade that to that one girl that one time while you guys were fighting, and everybody's just gonna look at him like, dude, seriously, you know what I mean? So I know we're gonna get some type of moment like that within the future. Now we basically are thrown back into the fold as Goku and the gang are basically fighting the Goma's fleet. They're all out there cornered. They're kind of in like the I really don't know what to call it. Kind of like the mess hall area outside where, it's pretty much like open land, but there's still some buildings, some houses, or, whatnot, whatever you really want to refer to them as. And we see the fight envelop the whole area to where, it breaks out into fires everywhere. Pretty much this whole big fight is just going on. And we basically see, different levels of Goma's fleet from, dozens and dozens of, troops shooting these electrical blasts at Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo. And then we see another level of cannons, these electrical energy cannons. Now, the thing that is very interesting, like I said in the last episode review, I told you guys that Pansy's dad was going to come back within these future episodes, and that's exactly what happens. King Kadan, I think that's his name, King Kadan, he lands out of nowhere with his little fleet of troops, and, Pansy's all hyped, so they all work together as a team to take down the rest of Goma's fleet. So, we basically get this whole teamwork scene in which we see them working together. We see Pan, hopping on her dad's shoulder and they're turning around with the guns, just blasting. Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo, they're fighting. And we do get a little short moment where Goku does go Super Saiyan again. And, he kind of like has had enough of like all the guns and all that. So he goes Super Saiyan for a good 30 seconds. He mollywops a few of the troops. And once we see, everything calms down a little bit, we see Goma is upset that they, defeated a bunch of their troops. But Degesu actually brings up this Gena Marie force that's very similar to, what do you call it, the Ginyu force. So once we see that, Goma is bringing them into the next episode for sure, that's when we're going to see, like I was telling you guys, this whole build up going into the climax of this final, final half of the arc. And one thing to look forward to, I wouldn't look forward to any, too much battling with this Gena Marie force, but I will say, just look forward to seeing them for a little bit, and then we're more than likely going to see Dr. Orensu with her Majin Buu creations. We're going to see a little bit more of this third eye action. A lot of stuff is going to start to unfold within these few last episodes. So, like I said, if you guys are new here, make sure you guys are tapping into Dragon Ball Daima. It is absolutely a just a spectacular show, dude. Like, I could really describe it with so many words. But, it's funny because when the show was about to come out, before it had even released, I thought it was going to be a waste of time. I thought it was going to be too kiddie or whatever. But honestly, in all honesty, bro, Daima is really wholesome, dude. It really brings you back to the days of, like, really just catching Dragon Ball, for the first time on TV, watching a new episode. Like, it really just brings you back into that nostalgic feel with updated effects, too. You know what I mean? I'm telling you guys, every episode has movie-level effects, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, if somebody really collaged all these episodes into a movie, it would definitely all flow and blend together. Like, there would be no bad animation parts whatsoever. But I'm going to stop my little rant right there, going off topic a little bit. But my theories, I do have theories that we're going to see more of this third eye within the next episode. And we're definitely going to see Degesu, from like the ending recap scenes. Or not recap, but like kind of like future trailer scenes for the next episode. We do see Degesu has Dende, and he's pointing his wand to his hand like a gun. So we're going to see more of Degesu's little evil side that he has within the next few episodes. But like I was saying, you guys comment down below what you thought about this episode of episode 15. Let me know, if you want to see more involvement with just Goma, and then, let me know who you think the final antagonist is too, as we do get closer to that. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I hope you guys are being safe out there. I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys be safe. Peace.